The first reports came in just after dawn, a low rumble, almost imperceptible, then the world exploded. In those quiet moments before sunrise, life seemed ordinary, but beneath the surface, unimaginable forces were gathering. The city, still waking, was about to be thrust into chaos. Buildings swayed, as if caught in a storm, glass rained down from above, and the city was thrown into chaos. The familiar streets became unrecognizable, filled with the sounds of destruction and confusion. Alarms blared, and the ground itself seemed to roar. People ran, faces etched with fear, as the ground betrayed them. The earth, once solid and dependable, now shifted violently beneath their feet, sending shockwaves of panic through the crowds. In those moments, survival was all that mattered. This wasn't a distant news story. This was here. This was now. The disaster was no longer something seen on television. It was unfolding in real time, in the very heart of their own neighborhoods. The Philippines was once again in the grip of a powerful earthquake, a brutal reminder of the forces beneath our feet. The nation, so often tested by nature, faced another trial. We've seen these images before, but they never lose their power to shock. Each disaster brings new heartbreak, new stories of loss, and new challenges to overcome. A mother clutching her child under a table, shielding her from falling debris, her eyes wide with fear, but determined to protect. An elderly man staring at the rubble that was once his home, memories buried beneath the ruins, his life changed in an instant. The frantic shouts of rescuers cut through the sirens, and aftershocks. Teams raced against time, searching for survivors, their determination unwavering. Each tremor sends a fresh wave of panic through survivors. The fear is relentless, as aftershocks remind everyone that the danger is not yet over. The earth feels alive, angry, unpredictable. It heaves and cracks, reshaping the landscape and leaving scars that will last for generations. For millions living in one of the most seismically active regions on the planet, the question is not if another will strike, but when. Preparedness is a way of life, but nothing can truly prepare you for the moment it happens. The initial quake lasted less than a minute, but its effects will be felt for years. Lives are upended, communities forever changed, and the path to recovery is long and uncertain. Infrastructure is crippled, roads impassable, bridges collapsed, communication lines down. The lifelines of the city are severed, making rescue and relief efforts even more challenging. The immediate focus, search and rescue. Every minute counts. Teams work tirelessly, knowing that hope fades with each passing hour, but refusing to give up. Every voice heard from under the concrete is a small victory. Each life saved is a testament to courage and perseverance, a glimmer of hope amid the devastation. The scale of devastation is only beginning to come into focus. Entire neighborhoods lie in ruins, and the true extent of the disaster will take days, even weeks, to fully understand. The human cost is immeasurable, written in stories of loss and survival. Families mourn loved ones, while others cling to hope, grateful for every reunion. Tonight, an uneasy quiet settles over the affected areas, punctuated by the sounds of grief and tireless emergency crews. The darkness brings little comfort, only uncertainty and exhaustion. Families huddle in makeshift evacuation centers, finding comfort in shared experience. Strangers become friends, united by hardship and the will to endure. They have lost so much, yet they are alive. In the face of overwhelming loss, the simple act of surviving becomes an act of defiance. For them, the long journey of recovery has just begun. Volunteers and aid workers arrive, bringing hope and supplies. But the road ahead is daunting. The ground may have shaken their world, but it has not broken their spirit. Communities come together, determined to rebuild, to heal, and to move forward. This is a story of immense tragedy and of incredible human resilience. In the darkest moments, the best of humanity shines through, as neighbors help neighbors and strangers become family. And it is a story that holds a stark warning for the future. The earth will shake again, but so too will the courage and unity of those who call this land home. What exactly happens when the ground shakes? Why does the solid earth beneath our feet suddenly move, sometimes with such force that it changes landscapes and lives in seconds? Imagine the Earth's surface as a giant jigsaw puzzle, massive tectonic plates slowly drifting atop a sea of molten rock deep below. These plates are always in motion, though we rarely notice it. Most of the time, this movement is so gradual and subtle that we don't notice it at all. Mountains rise, valleys sink, but over thousands or millions of years. But the edges of these plates aren't smooth. They're jagged and rough, and sometimes they get stuck against each other, unable to slide past. As the plates keep pushing, pressure builds up at these locked boundaries. Think of it like bending a stick. As you bend it, energy is stored in the wood. Eventually, the stick can't take it anymore and snaps, releasing all that energy in an instant. When the plates finally slip free, all the built-up energy is unleashed in a sudden burst. This is the moment an earthquake begins. This release sends out seismic waves, powerful shock waves that ripple through the Earth's crust in all directions, shaking everything in their path. These waves are what we feel as an earthquake. The ground trembles, buildings sway, and sometimes the world seems to move beneath us. The point deep underground where the rock actually breaks is called the hypocenter. Directly above it, on the surface, is the epicenter, the spot where the shaking is usually felt the strongest. Shaking is most intense at the epicenter and gradually weakens as you move farther away, but even distant places can feel the effects. Earthquakes can release energy hundreds, even thousands, of times more powerful than an atomic bomb. The sheer force unleashed in seconds is almost unimaginable. That's why earthquakes can level entire neighborhoods, trigger massive landslides, and even tear open the ground itself, leaving scars on the landscape. It's a raw, awe-inspiring display of nature's power, a force that reminds us how small we are compared to the planet we live on, and one we can't control or predict perfectly. But earthquakes aren't just random acts of destruction. They're part of a natural process that has shaped our planet for billions of years, building mountains, forming oceans, and creating the world as we know it. Earthquakes are a sign that our planet is alive and dynamic, constantly changing and evolving beneath our feet. For people living near the edges of these plates, this process is a constant, invisible danger, one that shapes how they build, live, and prepare for the future. The science is clear. The plates will keep moving, pressure will build, and sooner or later, the ground will shake again. It's not a question of if, but when. The key is not to live in fear, but to live with knowledge and preparation. Earthquake drills, emergency kits, and strong building codes can make all the difference. Understanding earthquakes is crucial for survival. Preparation saves lives, and communities that are informed are always safer. Knowledge is our best defense. By learning how earthquakes work and how to stay safe, we can face this powerful force of nature with confidence. Why is the Philippines so prone to earthquakes? Geography is the answer. The country is an archipelago of over 7,000 islands, sitting at the intersection of several major tectonic plates. The Philippine Sea Plate is sliding under the Eurasian Plate, a process called subduction. This grinding creates immense friction, fueling earthquakes and volcanoes. The country is crisscrossed by active fault lines, including the massive Philippine Fault Zone. Earthquakes are not rare here, they're a part of life. For over 110 million Filipinos, living with this risk is a daily reality. The Philippines' risk is part of a bigger picture, the Pacific Ring of Fire. This horseshoe-shaped zone stretches 40,000 kilometers around the Pacific Ocean. Here, tectonic plates collide, slide, and grind, making it the most geologically active region on Earth. 90% of the world's earthquakes and most volcanoes are found here. For countries like the Philippines and Japan, natural disasters are a constant threat. The same forces that cause earthquakes also create volcanoes. Living on the Ring of Fire means respecting the Earth's power and preparing for its fury. All we can do is study, understand, and prepare for the inevitable. Scientists studying the seabed east of Luzon discovered a massive crater-like depression, the Apalaki caldera. Confirmed in 2019, it's possibly the largest known caldera on Earth, named after the Filipino sun god. Apalaki spans 150 kilometers, so vast it could fit Rhode Island inside. Unlike Yellowstone, Apalaki is submerged deep beneath the ocean, formed by cataclysmic eruptions millions of years ago. It's a supervolcano, a testament to the region's violent geological history. Its discovery reshaped our understanding of the area's volcanic past. Apalaki is a silent monument to unimaginable geological power. The Apalaki caldera isn't just a geological curiosity, it has real-world implications. While it's not expected to erupt again, its massive structure and nearby faults could influence earthquakes. More immediate is the risk of tsunamis. An earthquake near Apalaki could trigger massive waves aimed at the Philippines' eastern coast. The caldera's steep walls could amplify tsunami energy, and underwater landslides could make things worse. These risks highlight the need for robust early warning systems and scientific research. For coastal communities, timely warnings are a lifeline. The shadow of Apalaki reminds us the threats come from both earth and sea. The science of earthquakes is one thing, an intricate dance of tectonic plates and seismic waves that experts strive to understand, but the human experience is another, a raw and emotional journey through chaos and recovery. In 2013, a magnitude 7.2 quake struck Bohol, toppling centuries-old churches and shattering lives. Families lost homes, cherished memories, livelihoods, and loved ones, leaving a void that was both physical and emotional. The loss was deeply personal and cultural, echoing through the community's shared history. In 2019, Mindanao was rocked by a series of quakes, each one a reminder of nature's unpredictable power, forcing residents to sleep outside, terrified of aftershocks that seemed to never end. The psychological toll was immense. Every tremor brought back the terror, a haunting echo of fear. Every tremor was a reminder of vulnerability, a jolt to the heart. Yet, in the rubble, we see neighbors rescuing each other, teachers creating makeshift classrooms, determined to restore a sense of normalcy, and aid workers delivering hope, a lifeline in the midst of despair. These are not just news clips, they are stories of resilience. They are moments of courage and connection, where humanity finds strength in unity. In disaster, the best of humanity shines through, a testament to the enduring spirit of community and compassion. When the shaking stops, the hardest part begins. Survivors face immense challenges: no homes, food, or clean water. Evacuation centers are crowded, and aid is hard to deliver with roads destroyed. The economic impact is devastating. Farmland buried, businesses lost, families starting over with nothing. Psychological trauma runs deep, especially for children. Mental health support is as vital as rebuilding homes. Recovery is slow, but it's also a chance to build back better, stronger buildings, stricter codes, and better preparedness. For the Philippines, resilience is not optional, it's essential. Every disaster is a lesson for the next one. In the face of relentless adversity, the Filipino spirit, Bayanihan, shines. Bayanihan is communal unity, neighbors helping neighbors, sharing what little they have. It's seen in community kitchens, youth-led relief drives, and simple acts of kindness. Faith is another pillar. People find strength in prayer and hope. This spiritual and communal fortitude powers recovery. The ground may shift, but the foundation of the Filipino nation is its people. Courage, community, and hope endure. They will rebuild, as always, with the enduring power of Bayanihan.